Hey everyone, Tony George, StockSports.com. How are you? Let me get the microphone over here. We're going to have a fireside chat. Two guys drinking a beer, taking a piss over a fence post. Just me and you, like we're sitting at the sports bar talking about the Nebraska-Minnesota game. And we're going to give you a free pick in this. This is a Saturday football game. We're taping this a little earlier in the week. Real quickly, DocSports.com. I know you have a lot of options out there on the internet to go invest your hard-earned money with. Just going to ask you a few questions. Did you go 7-3 last week in college and pro football? 70% against the spread, hit a 6 and 7 unit play. My clients did. Let's talk NASCAR. Last 4 weekends, 4 top plays, 6 to 8 units, all cashed. Did you do that? My clients did. Major League Baseball postseason. As I tape this, 6-1 and a 6 and 7 unit pick already in on that 6-1 run, plus $8,530 to the good since May 15th. All these are facts my clients have. Just saying. Make the decision this weekend to check out the free $60 in the link in the description below. I'm not the only guy over there. There is a ton of free stuff over there as well. Be sure and go over and check it out. Take advantage of the free $60. You'll get a 7-unit top play on a multi-game card on Saturday in college football, and you'll get another top play in the NFL on Sunday on a multi-game card, and possibly a 6-unit play on Monday Night Football. And you can get that all for free because daily packages are $30. You can't go to the movies and buy popcorn for $30. Bar tab's not even that. Wish I had a $30 bar tab. Come on. Be there or be square. Okay. Me and you, as we like to say, sitting around a sports bar, shooting the breeze, talking about a football game we're passionate about this weekend. Cheers. Those of you living under a rock, I grew up pretty much in Lincoln, Nebraska for most of my life. Lived there about 25, 26 years. Season ticket holder, graduated from college there, lived there in Kansas City 10 years, and out here in Vegas about 4. But I'm a huge Husker fan, and I fade them more than I take them. And why not? Since Scott Frost and Mike Riley have been there, they are a fade football team. Huge. The 90s are way over. Nebraska was the Alabama of the 90s. That is long gone. Long gone. That being said, why is that? You know what beats Nebraska? The intangibles. They can't put it all together. They haven't since Scott Frost stepped foot in the door. They can't put it all together. They can't close the game. These are just the facts. Cold, hard facts. Painful if you're a Husker fan. Why is that? Special teams blunders, penalties, and turnovers. Period. Since the day Scott Frost walked in the door. Now they're on the road laying 4 points and the total 48 against the Minnesota Golden Gophers, and they're avenging a 24-17 loss last year. And pretty much every conference game Nebraska plays in, they're avenging a loss. That being said, 3 weeks ago, they had Michigan State, who now is a top 10 team and a damn good football team. Big play on them last week. But nonetheless, they had them beat. They beat them and Michigan on everything but the scoreboard. Had them beat. Nebraska has a sneaky good defense. They're physical. Nebraska has been winning the recruiting battle. They've been a top 25 recruiting team since Scott Frost walked in the door. Top 3 or 4 in the Big Ten. We're talking Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan. Nebraska's right in there with 4, their recruiting classes. They have talent there. They also have Adrian Martinez, which Scott Frost, for some reason, has hooked his wagon to. Just hitched up his wagon and said, yeehaw. And this guy's a human turnover machine. Can't get a lap dance to Spearmint Rhino with a fistful of hundreds when it comes to hanging on the football. Bottom line, how'd they lose against Michigan State? Oh, they allowed a punt return for a touchdown, about 3 minutes left. Penalties. Missed field goals, missed extra points. How'd they lose to Illinois to up the season? Special teams blunder, turnover. Adrian Martinez. How'd they lose to Michigan? Minute 45 left. Adrian Martinez turns over the ball. Guaranteed win. Turned over the ball. It continues to happen week in and week out. And a lot of that's coaching. I hate to say that because I was a big proponent of getting Frost in there. Get a Nebraska guy in there. Now we got Trev Alberts. Remember Trev Alberts back in the 90s? Badass player, went to the Colts. Buckus Award winner. He's the athletic director now. All Nebraska. Can't get over the hump. Can't get it done because of intangibles. Nebraska is the vastly better team this weekend. But you have to worry about the intangibles once again. You know, PJ Fleck, they're rowing the boat. You know, doing his thing with the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Let's talk about them a little bit. If you look at power ratings, I have Nebraska as number 28 in the country. The 28th best team in the country. And you say, well, Tony, you're biased. Two respected power rating guys out here in Vegas, both of them nationally known, have Nebraska just outside the top 20. Lower than me. Bowling Green, one of the bottom 20 teams in the power ratings, went into Minnesota and beat them straight up. Here's so much about Tanner Morgan, the quarterback there at Minnesota. Last 4 games, he's averaged 8 completions a game. What's that going to get? That in a quarter won't even get you a cup of coffee. Give me a break. They haven't been the same since they had Ohio State on the ropes and lost their all-world running back. They were banking on that kid. That'd be like Nebraska losing Mike Rozier back in the 80s. Amon Green back in the 90s. It's a huge hit. When's Nebraska going to come out of their shell and put together a complete game? Well, after they lost to Michigan State, who is one of the better teams in the country, and they had them beat dead to rights, they had Northwestern at home with Michigan on deck. After a dejecting loss and you got a top 10 team on a national TV game on deck, that's a flat spot. Nebraska beats the piss out of Northwestern 56-7. And then had that performance last week, which did everything but win on the scoreboard. And they hung 29 points on a team that has one of the best defenses in the country, allowing 12 points a game. And if they could have scored in the red zone, they would have hung 35 or 40 on them. When's Nebraska come out of their shell? When do they put it together? I say lay the 4. They get it done this weekend against Minnesota. That's your free pick.